You've done the inner work, and now it's time to reclaim more of your hidden potential. And in this episode, I share with you a surprising way and how to do just that. So let's get started.
Welcome to the I'm Perfectly Divine podcast, a place for the strong, sensitive, spiritual seeker to recognize the perfection of your human journey as in spiritual worlds through proven and grounded frameworks that support you to live in the wholeness you already are. For over the past 2 decades, I have supported people from all around the world, as well as Fortune 500 companies, to dissolve the divisions within them and live with greater empowerment and love. This podcast is an exploration of the paradoxes that befuddle us as we live our lives being both human and divine. Together, you and I, along with other experts, will navigate integrating psychology and spirituality, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the darkness and the light, to create greater sacred union from within. I believe through your remembering that you are innately divine, that you will allow yourself to more openly shine. So let's get to it, because your unique light is needed more than ever.
Hello and welcome back to I'm Perfectly Divine podcast. I'm so excited you are here because this is a culmination of the work that we've been doing in the darkness, walking the way of love in the darkness from our hearts. And this piece that we are going into today is the preparation for the light and the preparation for what is to come. And it is filled with your magic, your unique blueprint. And I'm so excited to share this way to access more of your hidden potential. I think we talk about being our potential and how to step into our potential, but what does that really feel like? What are the steps to actually get there? And that's what we're going to be uncovering today. Where we are at with the inner work in this time of year that we've been talking about being in the darkness, we've done the shedding, we've laid to rest in an honorable way that which no longer serves us. And now it's like we are in this place of the unknown, this bridge between who you once were and who you are becoming. And I hope as we have navigated some of the more challenging aspects of the darkness, that this feels juicy, this feels yummy, that there's something really powerful that you can sense in this darkness. Because now in this place that is uncertain, you've learned how to access your heart, to embody more of your inner knowingness, so that while things may look uncertain still on the external, you have an anchoring into your knowingness, more of your truth and how that is guiding you to what's next. And so in this place of the unknown that can feel scary, uncertain, because of the inner work that you've been doing, you may still have some of that trepidation, but there's also this sense of, I am being held. There is something larger than me holding this space for me as I learn to surrender. Because that's what the work that we've been doing is, learning to surrender to what is, so that we can have this solid foundation from within us as to what comes forward. And so that we're not dragging along the old baggage, the old identities, the old patterns, and we are more free to hold our divinity and our humanity, our lightness and our darkness with love, with consciousness. And so this is the grand opportunity. This is the place to feel into the vision of what you want unfolding in your life. And it's so powerful. You've been able to recognize that which no longer serves you. And just take in for a moment how freaking powerful that is. Think of this is your time first to lay this foundation of your potential, is to honor everything that you've been through. Honor where you have come from the beginning of the year to where you are now, taking in how much you have changed. Maybe you have changed in ways that even shock you, but certainly are surprising as to how you've grown, the person you've become. Maybe you've had to face challenges you didn't know you were capable of handling, and yet here you are. Here you stand. And not just here you are and here you stand, but you are listening to this type of podcast that is really challenging you to step into your remembrance and embody it in your humanity, which is another level of really owning your truth, power, and love. So this really is being able to honor that you have been able to let go so that something new can come forward, and that you can say yes to more of how the divine wants to work through you as you, and the mystery of life and your mythic adventure and journey that lies ahead, because you've worked through facing some of your deepest fears. And if that work is not, you feel like you're still in process with that, you can still go back to my previous episode where I talk about this. But what you have been doing, you've been clearing the weeds in the darkness to create this fertile womb space. And this is the creative center that we all hold. And it is the light returning through the feminine that is being celebrated as we move into the winter solstice, as we move into this time of Christmas. The divine feminine is in the womb of her darkness, has the power to birth new light, new life, new consciousness into this world. And individually, it's happening through our own hearts awakening on a deeper level to greater love each and every year. This is the mystery that you are a part of. This is the power that is running through your bones and blood, that is a part of, will naturally evolve through you. And because of your conscious effort, you're allowing that to happen with greater ease. And so there's a payback for you being willing to do the inner work, is that we can't avoid all the hard knocks of life, because some of them are the only way that our soul has determined to grow. But I do believe we alleviate others, because we are going face forward to be conscious in the darkness, to address our fears, our contractions, because we know that's not the truth of who our essence is and who we came here to express as the love of the divine. So this is why the divine feminine energy is so potent in the darkness. She is the bearer, the birther, the bringer of light. She births it into the world. So this time has been a time of reflection. It's been time where you've been asked to slow down and discern what's true, what's real, what isn't. And now it's a time to access more of the light through your human heart by, first of all, honoring yourself, reflect and recognizing you as a powerful creator. And where people get this confused is that you think to be a powerful creator, it's by manifesting, it's by getting certain outcomes. And that's one layer of being a co-creator. And sometimes that is there to help us recognize the power that we are. And sometimes we are called to have things seemingly go in the opposite direction of what we've wanted in order for us to recognize a different type of power that is from within us. And once it is recognized and honored, it cannot be taken away from us. And so this is part of the true power that you've been working through and is guiding you to see and recognize that it has nothing to do with the external, that there is something timeless within you that calls you into greater and greater expansion, and you cannot help but follow that unfolding, because that is the love unfolding within you. And so really being able to recognize the ways that you have changed in a year, the importance of being able to receive yourself by seeing yourself, not based on external outcomes, but for what feels different within you. And we're going to see how this feeling state is so vital at this time. So that's first and foremost, honoring yourself, receiving yourself. There's so much of you to receive. There's so much to celebrate. And so being able to take in these ways that you have grown, that maybe shocked you, that you've shown up in ways that surprised you, and what the learning was in that for you, and how it changed your trajectory in a good way, how you became the pattern disruptor of your life, and perhaps of generations before you, because you've been willing to go into the darkness, into the unknown. And so there is this time of the hard work and then the celebration of you and your willingness. And it's not about perfection. It's not that everything is nice and tidy and we've cleared everything away. It's that we continue to be on this process over and over again, and the courage that it takes for us to go through these cycles each year of death and rebirth, and what it means to become more and more alive from within, more and more in touch with the love that we are, and the power that we are, and the knowingness in our bones and in our being of the truth of who we are, despite our imperfections, despite the external, and how it has defined us in the past. You are now creating a new definition of yourself because of your courage. And only you can navigate the darkness that's within. And so this is your time to receive everything that it took for you to do it the best that you can and the best that you've been able to at this turn of the sun, as we've finalized this period of darkness, and recognizing that you are here, and that means that you have grown, and you're just being asked to receive the ways you have grown. And this is so important, because if we want to receive our potential, we first have to receive how we have shifted. We've got to receive more of ourselves to receive what's to come. So receive your specialness, receive the ways that you thrive, that maybe come easily to you, and others look at you like, wow, how do you do that? Or wow, that comes so easily to you, or whatever it is. And know that you probably know that there's some things that, yes, you've been blessed with, and other things that you've worked really hard at that others just look at as a gift. But it is a gift because you've been willing to receive the gift, to navigate the path to receive the gift. And today is about how you can open yourself to receive more. And so you receive yourself, you honor yourself, you recognize your gifts, and you also want to recognize and honor the gifts of others in general, the love and light that they shine, that they reflect back to you, and their specialness, and what we can learn from their specialness. Each of you have something special that would expand my heart, would expand my inner knowingness, just by your unique reflection of the divine. And the more that we can see this in one another, the more we can access that flow of energy of the divine working through all of us, and celebrate life in that way. This is a celebration of the unique ways and patterns and expressions of the divine in the world, in one another, and especially in those that we get to be close with and reflected back to us. And so often in our humanity, it's easy to go into a place of judgment or lack, and this work in the darkness doesn't alleviate that entirely, but it's preparing us to be able to hold more of the light. And so after navigating the darkness, you are able to find your way through life, less reliant on your mind and more through the internal illumination of your heart. Like, take that in. In a society that values so much our mind, and certainly we need our mind, there's nothing wrong with our minds, until our ego joins forces with our rational mind and thinks that it's the be-all end-all. When we need our mind and we need our hearts. And our hearts are the illuminators. They are the ones that in the darkness can find the way, because of the feeling states that you are willing to receive. The feeling states that you didn't ignore, that you didn't drink over, or other ways of coping away from these feeling states. You were with them. As much as you have been able to be with them is the honoring of yourself and the opening of you trusting your heart more in the feeling states that it's giving you. And so what do you want to illuminate as you move forward? This isn't about having the answers in your mind. It's about going to the feeling states around what lights you up, what brings you joy. And you can just take this time now to feel into that. And there's more space for you to do that exactly because of the clearing that you've done. And so it's just going into the vision, the felt sense of you lit up, of you excited, of you receiving love in a more expansive way, of the joy of life. All of this lives in the darkness and lives in this womb of potential, so that the light, when it is time, can arise within and through you. And so part of this process is having patience. And again, we're not taught patience. Like, you know, Halloween comes and goes, and now we're like, all right, it's Christmas, and we're, you know, joy to the world, and the light, the Lord, the Savior has come. Well, not yet. It's coming. It's unfolding. It's arising. And we get to bear witness to all aspects of ourselves that have allowed this space, that have been willing to face the unknown and its fears, so that there can be more of a space for the potential that your unique expression of love is here to express. And please remember, it's not about doing it perfectly. It's just about any minuscule inch of space that you've created is more powerful than we can imagine. And so recognizing that in this felt sense is the hidden potential. The how-tos are going to come forward when the time comes for you to take your next step. And we're not there yet. We're still in the potential. The feeling you create now, in your womb, in the darkness, in this creative center of yours, will be the feelings that you will see naturally arise when a creative spark comes out of the darkness as your unique genius that comes through these feeling state seeds that you plant now. This is how you'll know this is the divine plan. This is what I'm meant to do next. So many times our monkey minds has us spinning in circles, chasing our tail, creating a never-ending to-do list, and none of that matters. We're in the void right now to get super clear that all of that on the divine level doesn't really matter. Now, I know we have our humanity and we've been working through what it means to navigate life in our humanity. I've talked about, you know, we're not really our identities, we're not our roles, and yet, of course, it helps to have a name. It helps that, you know, I'm called Michelle when someone wants to get my attention, right? Like, we've got to hold both. But it's really being able to understand how the ego takes over the stuff that doesn't really matter. And we're given this period of stillness, of patience, of the void to get clear. What really matters to the divine spark that you are? What ignites your aliveness? And it's not the to-do list. It's not even the identities that we get, that our egos cling on to, right? Because what's underneath, what we're clinging to is love. And when we cling to it, it takes away from the love. And so we're being asked to expand the possibility of what it looks like for the divine to work through us, to receive love in ways that are yet unknown to us. And this is where it gets so exciting. This is where your life can change in an instant. And yet you've been preparing for it with the feeling states that you are conjuring at this time. That you are conjuring by remembering what it feels like for you to feel alive and joy and the gratitude for you, your unique essence, your expression of self. So these same feelings, along with others that are going to be even more powerful, will come forward in the new year. And they will surprise you with what is next for you, your new adventure. And it will likely blow your mind away. Like that is like the beauty of the potential that we are playing in when we work with our feelings. We access this hidden potential because there's so many threads of possibilities that the universe can weave, and we are just supporting the universe by saying, I trust. I have learned to surrender in this darkness, and now I trust what you're weaving as I guide the divine within me to be aligned with the love, the expansion, the joy, the magic, the miracles that I am feeling into now in this state. Because this is what it means for you to be a co-creator with life and with the divine, with trusting the divine to work through you as you. And it's so magical. It's so powerful. Like, that's what I just so get excited about, because it really is beyond and better than what our minds can comprehend. And that's the beauty and the love that the universe is interweaving within our lives. And you will know it's right. You will know the next move for you because this feeling matches and surpasses what you originally planted. So you are building upon what you know in your bones, in your beingness, that you have been willing to be with and sit with in the unknown, and allowing that frequency to guide you. This becomes your frequency to your potential, and it's guiding you. And in this way, the mind doesn't have to get so involved. And the mind doesn't have to get in this space of you doing things right or wrong. You know, so often in the manifesting world, it's like, you've got to always remain in this feeling state, and you've got to think certain thoughts. Well, you only have to do that if you haven't done the work previously, where we've been revealing and laying to rest what needs to lay to rest so that you can move forward. That was the preparation, so that your mind doesn't have to go into overdrive. And now you're ready. Now you have been allowing yourself to know in your body what it feels like for your heart to take the lead. Like, yay you, right? Like, that's freaking amazing in a world, again, that just elevates the mind to a place where it diminishes and doesn't understand our feelings and the importance of our feelings, because it's been so connected to the feminine and to the darkness, that now you are reclaiming this for yourself, and with that, your potential and your power. So, like, I just want to yay you. This is a celebration. This is a celebration in the darkness. And this is what it means to walk the way of love. Your mind is still there. It's going to support you, but the way forward is now coming from your heart. And you are able to tune into your heart, and you get better at tuning into your heart. And this is walking the way of love. And I'm so excited for you and what the arrival of this expansion within you means for you and for your life and for the people around you and your life, and the impact it's going to have on them. It's just really powerful, profound, and beautiful. And it's thanks to you. So honor this time as the anticipation of the illumination that is arising within you, as it has been demonstrated through the celebrations of winter solstice, of Christmas, of other ancient stories that promise us that through the darkest seasons, there is always a promise of light. And that light grows when we are able to be in the lessons of the darkness. And that's what you've been doing. Allow this light within you to provide you with inner warmth for your heart's expansion, that has learned how to love despite challenges, that this is a time of honoring you for remembering your true essence, that you are beyond your human self, and you have been willing to shed old identities, old patterns, so that you can really live in service to your essence, who has come forward during this timeline, this time frame, to be an expression, a unique expression of the divine, an awakening. This is your time of further awakening, your divine blueprint, your mythical journey, and you being one who is bringing heaven on earth through the unique reflection of the divine that you are. Just take in the potency of this. This is what we are meant to be doing in our human form, in our beingness. And you have done all of this in order to awaken and access more of your love, light, potential, and power. So I just want to honor you. I love you. I celebrate you and the power and truth and love that you are. Thank you so much for walking beside me on this unique journey through this period of darkness to greater love. And thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, to spread this word of remembrance and embodiment that we've came here to do. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, know that there is nothing to fix, nothing to prove, just to remember.
I am so honored you have joined me today. If you enjoyed the I'm Perfectly Divine podcast, subscribe so you don't miss any of our power-filled episodes. Also, if you know another who is strong, sensitive, and spiritual and wants to dive deeper into emotions and ancient wisdom so they too can create profound peace and fulfillment from within, please share this podcast. Thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to reconnecting with you soon.